Say something.
Something.
Hello.
There we go.
My
I'll turn
name's
me up a
Adam
little bit.
West. I like fudgesicles
Dude.
and pop rocks.
Fudgesicles are great.
Pop
Although
rocks. Ooh.
I think I prefer creamsicles to fudgesicles.
Meh.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I like those like blue bunny ones that are covered in like strawberry shortcake or.
Have we told people we're live yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Do you want to Twitter and I'll Facebook?
Sure.
Do 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 do.
Do.
We do
Do,
do
do,
do
do,
do. Live on Mixer. It's this thing.
I'll hit up Discord too.
Oh my! And the hits keep coming.
I'm Adam West, and I play all the hits.
Ike and Tina Turner played all the hits too.
Oh,
Oh,
too soon.
I don't get it.
That's because you don't get jokes about
soon.
spousal abuse.
yeah, no, it's a very, very in poor taste joke, but you know, he's dead and it's 50 years later. I think we're okay.
It's true.
Okay, guess getting ready for our weekly show. Episode 47.
Sure.
47. This
Hear
is
it
the
before
episode
the rest of the
47.
world and editing.
He's
Live on Mixer. Hear it before the rest of the world and before editing.
when Adam's left in the bad taste jokes.
Okay. I should have tagged me on
Hello,
that. That's
Peach.
whatever. Okay. That looks good. That looks real good. That was so easy.
Something's got to go wrong.
How?
Can this come any further this way?
Why do you have to make things so difficult?
Well, the only reason
No, you can. You can.
the only reason I'm looking is that during our stream yesterday it dropped like a bunch of times.
I'm going to take my clothes off a little bit.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh.
like Nelly.
Nelly did more than take his clothes off. You heard about what's going on, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess he is kind of topical.
It's kind of topical.
Oh, my arm, like,
He's
this
relevant
weight
for
loss
the
thing,
wrong
like, my
reasons
arms
right
look
now.
terrible. These are bad.
I was just thinking that you looked real good when you were in the room before.
Thanks. Well,
I was gonna hit on you, but that seemed weird.
I've got this side boob thing happening. Like,
I got front boob happening.
oh, those are a thing too. Whatever.
This is why people shouldn't be able to see the first of our podcast.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Boobs.
I'm gonna invite Nero Gamer. Oh, here, watch us do stuff.
It's not what it sounds like.
Okay.
Hey, you wanna
let me
wanna
pull
watch
up.
us do stuff on our webcams?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that stuff. It is not in good taste for families.
Yeah.
Oh, look who didn't fill out what he's playing this week.
It's Adam.
I'm a loser.
It's Adam.
It's
Da-da-da-da. It's Adam.
God, I want Adam to have like a 60s sitcom
Like theme
intro.
song?
Yeah.
It's Adam.
It's Adam. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Adam walks through the door, smiles.
Right, like that episode of
hangs up
Family
his
Guy where
hats.
Peter wanted theme music wherever he was walking.
Yeah.
It's Adam.
Ding. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready to do this.
Let's do a podcast.
All right.
Oh,
It's not
Ah.
easy.
it sounded very Canadian of you.
Oh, you're ready to do a podcast, eh? Oh, I don't know what we're going to talk about. Okay, shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Episode 47 of the Bite Me Podcast. Welcome. I am Adam West.
Cliff Johnson.
Dylan's got a mouthful.
Adam's got a mouthful of water.
Dylan has a mouthful of water.
Isn't that what I said?
You said Adam. Or it sounded like Adam. Maybe he's just called himself my name so many times I actually think he is me now.
God, it's so confusing.
I'm Adam.
Oh, jeez.
But his name is really Dylan.
Maybe.
I think.
Anyway, welcome to the show. Are we having a good Tuesday?
Tuesday the Terrific.
Let me put it this way. This is the high point of my day.
Yeah, it always is.
Well, it always is.
As soon as I leave here, I've got like 3 hours of school meetings,
That's not fun.
followed by 12 hours of work meetings.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got all the,
Yep.
what are they? Not perceptual.
Strategic planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
8 hours of meetings on Wednesday, 4 hours of meetings on Thursday.
I don't know why. So I'm checking my phone again. I don't
That
know
doesn't
why, because
work.
it's totally worthless to me.
Adam and I had a really great conversation yesterday where he tried to convince me that Android was the way to go, and then today
His phone isn't.
and
working.
today his phone
now my
doesn't
phone
make
doesn't
phone
work.
calls.
Well, I'm like, well, it makes phone calls, just nobody can hear me because
Oh, well.
the microphone doesn't work.
I guess that's not a problem.
But it just came back from being repaired.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hashtag thanks,
Was that the same
HTC.
problem you had before?
No, before it wouldn't connect to certain networks.
That's the wrong answer.
The Wi-Fi was terrible, and the headphones wouldn't connect because they dropped the headphone jack and it's the USB-C thing, which I'm fine with. But that didn't work.
It sounds top shelf, like
Well, I'm really
real
pissed
good.
off.
Real
so, I'll be joining the iOS clan.
the unwashed iOS
Oh, yeah.
masses.
Yeah.
Is
I've
that
got my iPhone 8 Plus waiting on me at Bellevue Square?
is that like PC Master Race? I'm not sure exactly
It
how
is,
it
I
works
think.
in
Basically.
iOS, Android terms, but whatever. As long as you're happy, Adam. As long as when I call, you answer. That's what matters.
Well, now I'll be able to.
We can
Well, I can
FaceTime
answer
now.
I can
You can
answer.
answer,
The
I
phone
just won't be
now,
able to hear
just
you.
Nobody will hear me. Stupid.
But now
It's
we can
really convenient
FaceTime.
when you're
Yeah.
trying to refinance a house and talk
we
to
can
people.
FaceTime and do all the cool stuff that Apple lets you do with people who also have Apple. It's like
We can
friends
iMe-
with benefits.
We can iMessage each other.
Well, anyway.
Anyway,
Welcome to the show.
what have you been playing? Oh no, shoot, we don't do
we
that
haven't
yet.
done that. Yeah, let me.
I'm sorry.
I'll let you take
sorry.
over.
I
He's
don't
gonna
want-
set this up.
I got to do it.
Set it up.
Sorry.
What are we
Adam.
doing
Well, this week on the Bite Me podcast.
this week?
In news, we're going to talk about Shadow of War. It is out and it is huge. So we'll talk about that. Some loot chests also.
In Shadow of War.
In Shadow. Oh, okay. Oh, they don't see to be a problem or seem to
Sorry,
be?
I was writing the show notes fast.
That's
if
okay.
you remember, there was we talked about.
Yeah. Loot
Yeah.
chest.
Voting for the Golden Joystick Awards, that is going on. SNES Classic has been hacked, and I will be following suit because I think I'm going to gamble with that.
Don't do it yet.
No, not
Soon.
yet. It's way too hard.
Wait.
I'm going to wait for the one-click fix.
Yeah.
There's a new trailer for Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I was supposed to tell you guys all to watch it first, and I still haven't watched it either. So I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe we'll watch it in real time. I don't know.
We could.
Yeah.
We could play it. Well, can we
It's,
play the audio on our? Can we do that?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a trailer, so
Yeah.
it's promotion.
Should be
It's only a
fine.
minute, so we could watch it and live commentary it.
Perfect.
Okay, well, we won't be able to live commentary because I'll have to turn the mics off for us to be able to
Whatever.
hear
We'll,
the audio.
we'll figure it out.
That's what-
Play it real quiet.
Then we'll do questions. We got one from Vinnie, one from Josh, one from Hans, and then we'll wrap it up with some cheap free games this week. Humble Bundle's out. Wildlands is free. We'll talk about that. And Aftercharge Open Alpha. Plus, in the Troll Corner, I'm just going to throw it in there. HTC. Just
We don't
'cause
need to
I
talk
can.
about it, but-
Don't need to. But
we'll
anyway,
talk about it.
We probably will. Also, if you're on the Mixer, we're doing it again. We're live streaming to Mixer.
And
this
it
week.
actually seemed to be working.
Yeah, I turned it on. I said, "Are we there?" And we were there.
Mostly.
Yeah, I just had to turn off some
we
feedback
there
and
yet?
stuff.
We're there yet.
We are there. Kevin's currently Kevin 1 is watching, and he can't comment. Ha ha ha, because he doesn't have an account. And my master plan is coming together perfectly.
Perfect.
But we always start with what we're playing. So let's get into
what
it.
are we playing?
Dylan, why don't you tell us what you've been playing this week? You never go first.
That's just plainly not true.
You haven't gone first in quite some time.
Well, that's
Just what do you
That's
play?
true,
okay.
because we're trying to keep the man down.
SteamWorld Dig 2.
Oh, it's so
Played
good.
it for a little while. Haven't played it a lot yet, but it's fun. I mean,
So fun.
it was pretty before on like a DS when I played it, because I think I played it on DS. But
Same.
the Nintendo Switch screen impresses me
Yeah.
every time. Like I play some new game with some cool art style, like it always is just stunning. Otherwise, it seems to play very similar to the way I remember. Some new additions I think will be fun, like being able to throw bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
It just allows you to traverse a little bit differently than you did before. I just love the gameplay.
The loot loop is perfect.
Yeah.
Like you go down, and because that's one of the things I played too. Is you go down, you mine a bunch of stuff, you take the stuff you mined, you go up and buy some new toy.
Yep,
And
make
then you
be
use that
able
new
to
toy
mine
to go
a little
mine
bit
new
longer
stuff.
next
Yeah.
time. So that's pretty fun. I'm really excited to see where this goes. And
Yeah.
my understanding, it's not procedurally generated this time around. And
Was
the
it
level,
before?
I think so. I'm not 100%, but I thought I read that somewhere.
No, it could be.
So I think that's a little more care to level design versus just like.
And it's definitely not procedurally generated because
Yeah.
I've seen complete maps online.
Yeah,
but
so-
it's really good, and the story is kind of like there's not a lot of story to it, but there's enough story to it.
Yeah,
Aren't you a robot?
Yes, you are a robot.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're a
Yeah,
steam-powered robot.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
actually
that's
looking for your friend from the first game.
Yeah.
So there was in the first game you played a robot that like saved a town, and that town's been saved, and then he went off to do something else, and then you went off to find him.
Yeah.
So
But
it's real good.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Other than that, played a little Overwatch last night. Getting back into that, like I hadn't played games for like a week, so
Halloween's coming.
Kind of like catching up. Halloween starts today,
Yes.
as we speak.
Wait, okay, so not the actual holiday, but the Halloween.
Yes,
No, it's
Halloween
not
is actually
Halloween.
not today.
Yeah.
But Overwatch Halloween is now through then, I think. Fun skins that I want to get this time around, like Junkenstein's monster for Roadhog.
Junkenstein's monster.
And the Reaper with the pumpkin on his head.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The Junkenstein's Revenge is, I believe, the event mode, and it is a wave-based game where you play as your team plays as, I think you choose between 5 of the heroes, and you fight off waves of enemies.
Oh, cool.
And bosses spawn that are other heroes, but it's
sounds
not
fun.
a
I'd get behind that.
PvP. I don't believe it's a PvP mode.
I
so-
tell you, I like the PvE modes in Overwatch so much more than I like the
Yeah.
PvP modes. Like, I think it's just me, but
They'll have to work one in there permanently.
Yeah, I agree.
Some sort of horde wave clearing mode.
very cool.
And then PUBG, of course. That's kind of been my game of choice.
You've got like what, 6 chicken dinners now? 8 chicken dinners?
We are on a roll. We win every night we play. So shout out to Josh and Thomas and all the guys we play with pretty frequently.
He's had 2
We went.
chicken, like he's gotten
Like
chicken
back to
dinner in a
back?
row
We've
back to back
almost-
twice.
We got 2 in a row twice, and then
Almost 3 in a row.
almost 3 in a
twice.
row. But we would take
Yeah.
second on the third game in a row, and it's like,
Nice.
we're
Well, are
going
you
for
still
that
gonna
chicken dinner hat trick. Like that's
Yeah.
the next goal.
Are you still gonna get the group tattoo?
I don't know. I don't know if we've decided because we technically didn't complete
Win
our
on
pact,
that one.
but
Eh.
it was close, so maybe.
I think you should do it.
I think it's
Um,
worth it.
Forehead.
Forehead tattoos.
What was it? Golden Casino?
Something.
Yeah.
Nothing says I'm ready for the rest of my life like a face tattoo.
That too, yeah.
I'm really interested, like, what this game is going to look like when it's finally actually
Mm-hmm.
released. There are so many people playing this game. It's so fun. It's like on the Discord. It's like PUBG. That's
Yeah.
like what everyone plays.
I made a chat channel for PUBG, and they're like, "Could you make 2 PUBG chat channels? Because sometimes there's more than 4 of us." I'm
Yeah.
like, Jesus.
Yeah, there was like 2 full groups of people playing on there the other day, and I'm just like wondering, like, this game is not out yet. It is still early access.
Still
like,
early
what?
access.
What is the what is going to be different?
And it's
when
pushing
it
2
finally
million
hits?
concurrent.
It's-
2
it's
million
crazy.
concurrent- I can't say concurrent users,
Concurrent?
evidently.
I was actually going to put it in news, but I forgot. Can we talk a little PUBG news right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Sure,
I
why
don't think
not?
anyone will be disappointed.
No.
Everybody
So-
loves the PUBG and chicken dinners,
Right?
except for Kevin. Kevin doesn't like chicken.
Really? And
It's
I
not
don't
his
eat.
favorite.
I don't eat chicken.
Kevin
so-
eats chicken. It's just not his favorite.
Oh, sure. I understand liking things
Chicken's
more than
basically
chicken.
my favorite.
I like chicken, but I don't eat chicken, so it's
Oh.
all the same.
Okay.
So PUBG obviously is, as of right now, a console exclusive to Microsoft.
When it comes out for Xbox.
When it comes out
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Xbox,
yeah.
right? And the big news is right now that Bloomberg actually has said, and who knows what their source is, that Xbox is actually trying to extend that. So right now they're saying
Yeah.
it's going to be like sometime first next year, and they're saying that Xbox wants to lock that in as an Xbox exclusive at least through the middle of 2018, if not longer.
Which would be a boon for Microsoft and Xbox.
And I hate exclusives, hate them, but it's really interesting to see the like wrangling around this because apparently the folks that do PUBG are also in talks with Sony right now. So this could be like some sort of really interesting like console bidding war. But I mean, from everything they said, they've got a lot out of the relationship with Microsoft.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but it's really interesting to see.
Do you think PUBG is a big enough title to where it could turn the tide of the actual generation of this generation of consoles?
Maybe. I mean, it's certainly a game that will sell consoles.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Is
So-
it too late to really shift anything though?
No,
because it's not
there's
really a new console, and these have already been out for.
doesn't matter. There's
years,
still.
so-
I mean, the thing is they still could play a lot of catch up. I mean, this generation of consoles is going to last at least another
Another 3
2.5 years. I would guess. I would guess that we'll see new consoles in 2020.
Yeah. That's my guess.
So You know,
that is only 2.5 years. That's
right?
not even 2.5 years.
It's not even 2.5 years. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
man.
So I mean, I think we could easily see, you know, it could be a power play. I don't know. We'll see.
Could be.
My hypothesis for the new Xbox is the Xbox 2020 in the
jeez.
year 2020. Can I ask a quick question aside though?
Yes.
Console exclusives or crossplay? What's worse?
What's worse?
Like,
I would give up console exclusives forever to have crossplay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm wondering. Is it worse? Like, I'd almost rather have console exclusives than have a game on 2 consoles that I can't play with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like pick one console and stay there, please.
Yeah.
Just no more console exclusives or
Yeah.
all console exclusives.
Yeah.
All games should be
Either
console
make it a
exclusives.
console exclusive or it's crossplay.
or let me play with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah. I guess the thing is I hate both of those a lot. Like I hate that there isn't crossplay and I hate that there are console exclusives. So
Yeah.
and I mean the thing is it doesn't matter to me. I own both consoles. I have 2
wanna
of both
play
of the
with
consoles.
everybody.
Like it's not like consoles exclusive hurt me. I can play those things.
Right.
I just think it's anti-gamer.
Yeah.
Well, I think it is.
Yeah.
I agree.
I just want to play with all my friends.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to play with my friends.
So go outside and buy a racket and a ball.
Ew.
I know, outside's a
I have a shirt. My wife bought it for me for Christmas. It says I went outside once. The graphics weren't that great.
Nice. Anything else, Mr. Dillon?
No.
No?
Mr. Dillon.
Mr. Dillon.
Mister.
Okay. Mr. Dillon. Okay. I've been playing Destiny 2.
It's so good.
I know. I hit power level 277 or 278.
That's awesome.
I'm so close to that
You're so
280.
close, like breaking through that ceiling, and then
Well, I had like 2 weeks of just really crappy everything. Even when I was supposed to get these luminous engrams or whatever the
Yeah.
crap they are, I didn't get. I would do these playlists. I would do these flashpoints. I would
Yeah.
do these things, and I would get crap. Don't know what happened. I don't know if I was broken.
yeah, RNG man.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, hate that acronym.
So there's that, and then a little game came out last week, finally on the Switch. It's called Stardew Valley,
Oh,
and it is going to be probably. I think it might be the game that once I hit that power level in Destiny, that I'm just going to be like, all right, I'm done with Destiny until the expansion stuff comes out because it is a time suck. And it's incredible.
There's new stuff today
For
Destiny. The Rise of Iron stuff came out.
oh, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
But Stardew Valley, you've got it. You've played a little bit of
I
it.
played a little bit of it.
Right.
I own like 4 copies on the PC.
Well, that's fun.
I guess. But yeah, I bought it and played like I'm gonna say like 4 or 5 in-game days worth.
Which is only like
not ton,
2
maybe
hours.
2 or 3 hours. Yeah. And then I heard there's multiplayer coming out, so I'm just gonna hold off until multiplayer comes out
It's
after
gonna
the
be
first of the
interesting
year.
to see what they do with multiplayer.
Apparently, the way it'll work is you'll on your property you'll be able to build extra houses, and then they'll be able to come in there, and the people that play with you can do everything except choose when the day ends.
Really?
So they'll be able to like go to town, they'll be able to romance characters, they'll be able to plant things, they'll be able to harvest things, but you as the primary player have to say, okay, we're going to bed.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's going to be like
Kinda
like
drop
the
in, drop out.
Northwesterner that has kind of creeped up into me, even though I'm not from here.
Yeah.
I'm all like, oh, hippie commune.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be awesome.
Kinda, right? I'm really excited about it. And I think it's up to 4 player.
Perfect.
So I mean, the reality is I'll buy it again. If I
Right.
need to buy it again on the Switch, I will. It's $15.
It's $15 and it's worth it. We left Portland the other day because I was like, I'm going to bring my Switch and try this game out. On the way down there, I played a little bit at night. On the drive down, the screen was bright and blah, 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 whatever. But when we drove back, we started driving. I started playing within 20 minutes. And then I looked up what seemed like maybe 45 minutes to an hour later. And I was like, oh, crap. We're literally 20 minutes from home.
and it's like a almost 3-hour drive.
Yeah. Well, when Kevin drives, it's like
2.5 hour
2
drive.
hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's real fast.
It was
You don't drive fast. You fly low.
pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
with no traffic though.
if you haven't played Stardew Valley, I'm going to say that Switch is probably the perfect place for it. A lot
Because
of
it's
people,
portable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's portable. And I think I've not gotten enough games for the Switch to take advantage of the portability of it. I know you can play whatever game you want portably. That's
yeah,
fine.
but I think there's some games that work better than
Right.
others. Yeah.
Like SteamWorld Dig 2, I'd imagine is a perfect kind of game to.
it's the
plop
port
up on
around
your
with you.
couch and then walk outside and sit down and then
Yeah.
take on the go. All those kind of fun things.
Yeah, so
it's the first game I've actually done when I bought a Switch, so much of it was for me. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so great to be able to take my game and play it in bed. like sit in bed and play video games. And SteamWorld Dig is the first game that has been that way for me. And it doesn't. I mean, there's no reason that I couldn't have played Breath of the Wild in bed. It's just I don't know. SteamWorld Dig and I think Stardew Valley are kind of that game where you can play 20 minutes of it and like, oh, I'm going to play it for 20 minutes and then I set it on my nightstand and go to bed.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And the loops work well enough that, I mean, you can play a day in SteamWorld Dig, or you can play, a single trip or two down into the mines in SteamWorld Dig. Whereas Breath of the Wild seemed like, I guess I'm going to wander around until I find a thing and then do that thing and then go over to that other thing. Like there was never, like, Breath of the Wild felt to me like I got somewhere and then I went somewhere else and then I went somewhere else. It wasn't ever, hey, this is a good ending point.
Yeah. Right.
Plus, I don't have it anymore, so.
Well, that's your fault.
Can you do a quick explanation of Stardew Valley, though?
Yeah. So it's basically, do you remember Farmville on Facebook when everybody was all Farmville crazy?
Do you remember Animal Crossing?
Well, you see, I remember I've heard of these games. I know people love them.
Yeah.
Like Animal Crossing is always something I kind of wanted to try, but it just didn't quite do it for me. But this
Animal
game looks
Crossing,
really interesting to me.
Similar,
But
very
it's
similar.
kind of a similar style
Essentially,
game.
you are a guy from the city who inherits his uncle's farm. Grandfather's farm.
Yeah.
And you get there, and it's run down, and there's rocks all over it, and trees, and really, literally, your job is to start a farm.
Yeah, you start a farm and you make relationships with people in town, and you've got these weird little questy things you can do depending on who you're talking to.
There's a
even
mine
dungeon.
you can mine in.
Yeah, there's a mine,
Yeah.
there's a dungeon, there's a castle where some wizard lives.
Yeah, but it also lets you very
dope.
much decide what kind of farm you want to. You can have a farm where you farm corn, or you can make a vineyard and become a
winemaker,
wine
winery?
person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You do all
Vineyard?
kinds of stuff.
Vineyard?
yeah, vineyard. Sure.
Oh, there's the thing.
Yeah, I think I said that. You can have a vineyard and then make wine and then make a wine thing. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
I grow grapes.
Yeah, exactly. But it's very open ended and it's deep too. Like I've heard that. From what I understand, it never really ends. At some point, you just get bored.
Yeah, you've conquered.
But it's like 50 or 60 hours of that, and you play for I think to play for that long is like 3 years of in-game time.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. But there's also like festivals that only happen on certain days. So if
you've got a
miss
little social. There's a social calendar at the one place, and you can go check the calendar to see whose birthday it is in town, to see what events are happening in town, what sales there are at the store.
Yeah,
just all kinds of stuff.
But like there are certain festivals where you can sell certain things, and if you miss that thing, you won't be able to sell it, and that'll go bad. And it's a silly deep game, but it's really fun. It's just a good loop.
I built my first scarecrow to keep the crows out of my crops. Crocs. Crops.
Crocs are ugly shoes.
I can't.
Crops are food you grow.
Are shoes or animals that you can make boots out of.
Also true.
Yeah.
No, but I think that it's cool too. The game's interesting because it is literally made by a single person. At least the PC version. The Switch version was made by
Probably
a
had to
company.
have somebody. Yeah, but it's really interesting too because the amount of stuff in that game, like
Took the
there's
dude
a
5 years.
lot of stuff in there.
He did all the graphics, did all the sound, did all the music, did all the programming.
crazy.
Yeah, it's cool.
If you don't have it, get it.
I definitely want to try it.
Do it.
$15. Like I said,
I can't go wrong with that.
I bought 2 copies of it, and I think I got 2 more free.
My
so
nose itches. Everybody on Mixer probably thinks
Yeah,
I'm like digging for gold.
today, so
Kevin called us nerds.
my eyes are watering.
Kevin, thanks, Kevin. Turd.
Yeah, no. It's
so
good.
that's what I've been playing, and I think I've got something else that I was playing.
There's something else. There's always something else.
I don't know. Anyway, what about you?
I've also been playing Destiny 2.
It's super
I'm
fun.
not quite to 277. I'm like in the high 260s, I think.
That's where I got stuck for like 2 weeks.
But I'm raid ready, so that's what matters. We're gonna try and do the raid during Extra Life. So so we'll do our thing, and then we can.
That could be rough.
And so either we'll do one, or we'll, depending on how many people want to play. If we can get 12 people, we could do 2 raids. So we'll see how it goes.
Cool.
Also playing SteamWorld Dig, which is also very good, and I love it very much. It makes me very happy. It's $20. You should buy it. But one thing we all played.
Oh yeah, we did that on Monday.
Yeah,
yesterday.
no Heroes Here, which we live streamed on Monday without sound. Sorry about that.
Sorry about it.
Sounds kind of hard in here. Like it doesn't seem hard, but these
don't know why
microphones sometimes don't like to go into this computer. I don't know why.
But why were we able to do it so easily today? Maybe
Magic.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Stupid.
We'll see. But
There's
we're gonna
kinks.
try and do it again next Monday.
Okay.
See how it goes. But,
yeah, and if you've not played that game, like that was fun.
It was
took
really
me a second
fun.
to pick it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it costs. We met the guys who make it. They're from, I want to say, Brazil. Is that right? somewhere in South America. It's $15 on Steam, and it's a castle defense game. It's kind of like if you've played Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, kind of that idea where you're in a castle and there's cannons sticking out of the castle and you're being invaded by bad guys, and you have to make cannonballs. And to make a cannonball, you have to go get the raw cannonball material and you take it to a forge, and that forges it, and then you have to take it, and that makes metal. And then you have to take your metal to your workbench, and that makes a cannonball. And then you run that cannonball up to a cannon, and you hope that while you did that, someone was making gunpowder.
Yes.
And then you shoot it, and then you have to clean the cannon, and you have to time it. So, I mean, sometimes there'll be 4 cannons on both sides. Sometimes there'll be 2 cannons above ground and 2 cannons underground. Sometimes your cannons
those are the maps
Tricky.
that kind of screwed me up, where it's like, oh, you've got people coming underground too.
Sometimes your cannonball materials are at the very top of the castle, and sometimes your forge is at the very bottom of the castle. Sometimes you have to run all the way around the castle to get to your cannon. And
it was very Overcooked-esque.
yeah, very, very much. It's just one of those 4-player co-op games that make you hate everyone. It's super fun, though. We beat probably the first, I want to say 10 levels,
Roughly.
9 levels.
Dylan
takes it
thoroughly
more
unimpressed.
seriously than anyone I've ever seen take a video game before.
We were
I don't
terrible.
play to lose.
Apparently not. Sometimes the way you played, I don't know if you played to win either, but
Wow,
dang.
man.
I
Hang
was
on,
doing
you need
fine.
something for that
Yeah,
burn.
he was doing fine.
I was
was,
very
yeah.
efficient.
He was very efficient. No, it's super fun though. $15. If you've got friends, you should play it. If you don't have friends, sorry. I don't know. It does have online multiplayer. So if you
really?
have remote friends,
If you
Oh,
want to
that'd be
make
fun.
enemies with
If you
people
wanna
you don't know,
it's got couch co-op.
that sounds terrible.
We were talking about it. Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. I don't know if you could play it with 2 people.
It would be
I think you
tough.
could play it with 3, but I think 2
Unless
would
it
be
does
really
something
hard.
to kind of level the
Maybe,
the
yeah.
playing field for you.
But 4 was perfect.
Yeah.
I think we should play it again during Extra Life.
Oh,
too.
during
I
Extra
think it
Life,
was
I'm
fun.
like, don't make me do that.
I want to
again
play
on Monday.
I want to play a bunch of games like that. I think
Because I was like, I don't want to start my week off like that again.
No, right? Yeah,
that was
yeah.
rough.
But it was a really good time.
Yeah, that
So,
was fun.
No Heroes here. It is done by a company called Mad Mimic, and
They are
$15
from
on
Brazil.
Steam. Yeah, it came out. I say like last week, but they were super nice guys too. We met them at PAX, and they were just like the nicest guys. Just really wanted to help us figure out how to play. They gave Dylan a shirt.
I forgot to wear it yesterday.
And he forgot to wear it yesterday and today.
Yeah, today.
So-
That's okay.
But great game. Really enjoyed it.
Okay, there's that. Sorry. It's
Adam fell asleep while I was
very
talking.
tired. It's very tiring. All right, so there's that. That's what we've been playing. If you listen to us on any apps like the iTunes or Stitcher or Overcast, you downloaded?
Overcast is great. If you're looking for a podcast player because you think the new iOS 11 app sucks, which it does,
Great, I can't wait to get my new iPhone. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
it's garbage.
fine.
It's awful. But Overcast is real good.
It's fine.
Don't listen to him.
This is cute. I like this.
It's totally usable.
It's totally okay. So anyway, if
Every
you listen
day.
to us on any of those platforms, make sure you subscribe to us, like us, review us, whatever, and follow us on Mixer, follow us on Twitch, and yeah,
Yeah,
just
the
do all
reviews.
stuff.
The reviews. Like I can't say enough how important those reviews are. That's literally what, like, the amount of reviews a podcast has is what makes it rank higher in the podcast charts. So
Sweet.
if you could review us, that would be nice. It would make me happy.
That would be real nice.
Yeah.
And also make sure you keep up with us on Facebook and Twitter to follow our Extra Life shenanigans and what we're planning on doing.
It's gonna be good.
Yes, we want to raise lots of money.
$5,000. I think we have
Oh yeah, go ahead.
150. So
Oh,
there's a way to
nice.
go.
So
We
Kevin's
barely
cous-
started though. We're getting there.
Yeah, Kevin's cousins
We'll
are
do
doing the Extra Life thing too.
Nice.
And they do it every year, but this year they're getting fancy.
Oh.
They're giving away an SNES Classic.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so they're raffling that
So
off
we should
through
give
there.
away Adam's NES
You
You
Classic.
will do no such thing.
Yeah.
It will not happen.
I do have. I don't have an SNES Classic to give away, but I do have a bunch of awesome Bite Me magnets
oh,
that we
yeah.
could give away to people that
could do
that would like to give us a donation.
We've also got like a crap ton of games on
Tons
Steam
of games.
that we
I'm
could
sure
also
we
give
can
away. We can
figure
give
out
away
some
some
stuff. There's stuff to give
So,
away.
yeah.
Yeah. We don't
Anyway,
need an SNES Classic.
so there's that. Do all the things and stuff. And then we talk about...
Oh, yeah. Dylan's got something in his eye. And a dumb hat.
Oh, we're going on to news.
Oh.
What's laughing?
I think this podcast is slightly worse live.
Yeah, kind of. Sorry, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry. First, in news, we're going to talk about Shadow of War. It is out, and on PC, it is 100 gigs.
That is
That's nuts.
insane. Like,
huge.
absolutely
Big game.
insane. But, I mean, it's like, it's the new reality. It's HD games in 4K are going to be
Big.
60 to 100 gigs each.
Wow, and the PS4 version is only 36.
No, it's 60 something. I think
63.
Yeah, if you get the PS4
You're
Pro
dyslexic.
tickets, it's 60
Oh,
something.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just the regular PS4 version's only 36.
But I mean, the crazy thing is like, think about how often. I mean, I went home last night and just got the Battlefront 2 beta. It's 22 gigs. I put it onto 2 computers. It's like 45 gigs of downloads right there. You know, I mean, the reality is games are huge, and with things like data caps, it's going to get awful. Like, I mean, I think the thing is, I didn't buy Shadow of War, but if I had, it would go on 2 PCs. You know, so that's 200 gigs right there. That's a 20th of my.
That's 20% of your data.
Yep. Yeah.
And I keep thinking about maybe switching over to that company that has a data cap.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like the speeds are.
They're fast. It's so fast. I think the thing is, I can't complain about my internet speeds at all.
Right.
But the cap is crazy. Like, I've got to think that
somebody's making a lot of money.
Well, someone's making a lot of money, but also, like, I mean, what they'll tell you is, you know, the cap is for the top 1% of downloaders. That only 1% of people go over a terabyte a month. But I've got to think
you're
that
a 1%er.
Yeah, it's the only place I'm a 1%er. But that was actually my tweet about it. When it first happened, I'm like, this wasn't the 1% I wanted to be a part of.
Right.
But you know, like, I mean, how many people, you know, are going to get that game and Forza 7 this month? And Forza 7 is 100 gig
Is
download.
it really?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
You know, like, it's kind of awful that we're entering a world where digital distribution makes so much sense, and I want to own all my games digital because I don't want to have to shuffle discs to my Xbox because I'm just that lazy. But
it's like the convenience of digital comes
it costs
with
me an extra
money.
$50 a month to have that convenience every single month, and that's harsh. You know, when you look at games with gold and PS, I mean, think about it. You've got games with gold now, or you will soon, and PS Plus, and Humble Bundle Monthly, and soon Nintendo. And all the games you buy and all the games, you know, like, it's not that hard to hit a really high cap. And like I said, I've got 2 Xboxes and 2 PlayStations. So,
well, that's your own problem.
it's my own problem. But I mean, like, when I loaded Destiny
I've got 2 PS4s, soon an Xbox and a Switch and 2 computers.
You know, when I loaded Destiny in, I put it on 2. When I loaded in a lot of these things, I put it on 2. I've got Fortnite, Battle Royale on 4 Xboxes. Or, I'm sorry, on 2 Xboxes and 2 PlayStations.
And what's funny is I download stuff to try it out, and I delete it. I'm like, well, that was 30 gigs that I just downloaded to try a game that I wanted to punch in the face.
It's theoretically free, but only theoretically.
Your thoughts on this, Dylan, as you sit over there making weird millennial hipster faces?
No.
No?
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
No.
Okay. Your thoughts, though? Do you have data caps on your stuff? Or are you
I don't think so.
Who do you go through?
CenturyLink.
No.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't.
Yet. I mean, but that's the reality.
Yeah, right.
Yet.
And it's fast. It's fast as well.
Yeah.
But
Depends on where you live,
what
though.
speed do you have?
I don't know.
You have I've got the 40 meg package, and it's perfectly fine.
Well, I don't know, like, because I screwed up our internet a while ago, and I don't know what was it, but it's because we have the fiber running in to the house. So
if you got fiber, you're
there's this
gigabit.
funny box that doesn't actually, like, the tech people that you talk to don't even know what you're like talking about.
I bet you have
the
gigabit
worst.
then, which is really fast.
It's gigabit, yeah.
But you know, I mean, that's the thing is
but
like
it's on Wi-Fi, so
Yeah,
I'm on Wi-Fi generally.
Yeah,
so that's why.
But I mean, that's the crazy thing is like, I can't get CenturyLink. I can, but it's only 7 megabit, I think.
Yeah,
like,
it's something ridiculous.
You know,
and if
so
you're
it's not even an
downloading
option.
big old.
Could you imagine downloading 100 gigs over 7 megabit internet?
That'd be like it's the equivalent of dial-up.
Yeah,
it really is. It's
crazy.
Like a 48A, or was it a 48?
I mean, 7 megabit is a little more than 1 megabyte per second. Yeah. So
it makes you wonder.
Do that math.
If this ever is going to
1 into 100,000,
make us go backwards to be like, well, maybe physical games are cool.
I mean,
like, I don't know. I don't think it's.
But I mean, the thing is like, that doesn't work either, though, because you buy a new game and your day one patch is 20 gigs.
Right.
You know, like,
yeah, that's not really it.
Nothing you can do. All you do is pay for it.
And just like memory is going to become such a,
Yeah. It's all just gets commoditized.
even with a huge
So,
hard drive, you're still going to need 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
so in other Shadow of War news, the reviews, as soon as that started coming in, it was all about the loot boxes and
Yeah.
microtransactions.
Well,
People
and-
are kind of freaking out about it.
And it
Like,
does.
is it
They
a pay to
were,
play?
but
Is
now
it
it's
pay to
like,
win?
It appears to be okay, but like I wish. So Kotaku wrote an article about this, and you should just go read the Kotaku article. It's called "What You Need to Know About Shadow of War's Controversial Loot Boxes," and
Okay.
everyone was freaked out before, and it appears that it's okay. Like there are loot boxes. If you want to buy them, you're welcome to, but that they don't really. They're not necessarily play to win because they're highly randomized. But what's crazy, like, let me see if I can find. Okay, so. There are a few types of main loot chests, some of which have subcategories, and 3 types of currencies.
Why do they have to make it so?
Because you
convoluted?
you have one kind of currency that
You pay
use
real money
to-
for?
Well, but you can also earn in game, and so like there's one kind of currency that's just the currency you get, and you can use that to buy one kind of loot box. And then there's gold in the game that you can earn but also buy with real money that you use to buy another kind of loot box in the game. And there's a third type of currency that lets you buy another kind of loot box, and each one of those loot boxes has subcategories of loot boxes. It's just like, apparently, like I said, it doesn't matter. They say that it's not worth it to buy them because the orcs that you can capture and train are going to be better than the orcs you get in a loot box, or at least very least you know what you're going to get.
Generally.
But
Okay.
like this just sounds stupid and complicated. I mean, I guess the thing is it's kind of like Destiny, where now you have Glimmer that you use, that is your in-game currency, and
Which is
then
what you
there's
got.
Why
But
did they call it Glimmer?
But they had that in the first game.
yeah,
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
But then there's
Whatever.
also Bright Dust that you can get, by buying or by dusting bright engrams,
Right.
and then there's the little
the actual buying with real money.
Yeah, but that's bright dust.
Yeah.
So, but then there's also the tokens that you get that you can trade into people to get engram. Like,
Oh yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
we just have money? Like,
Well, it's like so you've got Glimmer and tokens, and those are things that you get just from doing stuff
Yeah.
in game. And there's no pay to win. There's
Yeah.
no pay to win stuff in Destiny 2, thankfully. But like the whole Eververse thing, hey, they made a cute what's the aesthetic
yeah.
kind
But
of
that was in Destiny 1 too. But
where you could buy with real money.
yeah, I
Oh,
don't-
but yeah, you bought silver.
silver instead.
You bought it from that little
Yeah.
shop. Now they've got a full on.
And at least now you can get the bright dust by dusting things you get from bright engrams. But it's like, isn't this just overly complicated? Like,
Gotta make that money, yo.
I guess, but like, couldn't we just have money in the game and I could use money to buy things? Like, maybe I just want better in-game capitalism.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, at least the good side of it is it's like games as a service. They have to keep making money somehow.
and I'm fine
So
with
if that's
that.
how they're going to do it, that's how they're going to do it. As long as it doesn't actually change
Yeah.
how you play the game,
I
just
agree.
what you look like.
I'm fine with DLC. I'm fine with in-game loot boxes. I'm fine, especially if it's
I
cosmetic.
want to pay actual money for that salty emote. I really want that.
I have my best one is like this gallop emote. So I like kind of gallop and slap my butt while I do it.
Oh,
It's not.
as one does.
It's not good at
hot.
all. It's not. My character is a chick though, so maybe it is. I don't know.
that is sexist.
I'm not sure.
sir.
I guess I
My
don't
goodness.
know. The entire thing's just weird. I got it. And I'm like, this makes me very uncomfortable. Except when I go up and do it to Colby and Kevin.
Right.
So
Well, I need to actually play Shadow of Mordor.
yeah, it looks good.
I need to play that.
I don't
'cause
know.
I own Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, I do too.
I haven't played that.
It's. I'll try it.
I'm kind of excited to play this one because it looks like they did do a little bit more with this one, as you would hope.
And that's what I've heard is that if you like the first one, you'll like this one.
yeah.
If you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like this one.
And it's fun,
So-
and I love Lord of the Rings, so it's like this is totally
Really?
yeah, like,
Interesting.
that's been
Lord
one
of
of
the
my
Rings is
favorite things since I remember watching the animated movie when I was a baby.
I'll buy it.
So I used to watch.
I
that all
tried
the
reading
time.
the books once.
Oh, the books are terrible.
It
And
was
by terrible,
rough.
he means amazing.
No, they're
great.
horrible.
I am
Great books.
loving the Discord.
Yeah.
See how I did that between
Uh-huh.
you two today? Like, you hate the iOS blah, blah, blah app. You're like, it's fine.
It's fine. I'm not saying it's a great
Right,
app.
right, right.
It is fine.
The book is terrible. You love
That's
the
just
book.
not true. Like
They're
that's like the one person in this world that says that Lord of the Rings is
objectively
bad.
terrible. Too much singing, too much walking.
Singing. In the book?
There's a lot of songs.
Constantly. My God, they sing constantly. Oh.
Okay, well.
Although I am reading The Hobbit right now to my kid, and The Hobbit's really good.
Okay.
The Hobbit is much more accessible.
Yeah. It's still dumb and stupid and dense, but anyway.
Yeah, well, okay, now that we've cleared all that up. Thank you. Next, the 2017 Golden Joystick Awards presented by Omen by HP.
Oh.
Presented with Omen by HP, which I'm kind of curious about those computers. They look really nice.
Yeah.
They're getting like pretty solid
Yeah.
reviews.
HP, you just never know.
I think it's funny, because it's like they decided that HP just isn't a cool enough name. So they're like, we have to make these subcomputers called Omen because Hewitt and Packard is not cool.
But like,
They're not wrong.
Like-
anytime you hear the name Omen or the word Omen, I just
It's not a-
automatically I
how
go to
often
the
is it-
movie and Gregory Peck or somebody getting their head taken off.
I guess think about it this way. How often is it a good omen?
Oh,
Not very often.
yeah, right.
No one cares about the good stuff.
Seriously. But let's cover some of this. The 2017 Golden Joystick Awards, the nominations are out. You can vote right now.
And you should.
Yeah, you should. There's some good stuff. Do we want to go through?
We don't have a ton of stuff, so
Yeah,
maybe we
let's
run
go
through it.
through
We'll
it.
run through it fast, though.
So how many?
There's a
games?
bunch of categories, so we'll just go until we get bored.
Okay. So first
bored.
up, the best storytelling. There's a lot of good stuff in here.
Yep.
Horizon Zero Dawn leads it off. It's
real good. Great story.
You liked it. Have
Yep.
you played that, Dylan?
No.
No. Okay. I know.
Near Automata
some
Finibita?
Near Automata.
Yes.
I
Great
could
story,
say that.
weird story, real strange story.
Cool. Night in the Woods.
Want to play it real bad.
Why do I know this one? You've played? No.
Nope. It's an indie game. It's
Okay.
spectacular. I've played a little bit of it, and it's got a great story, but I've not played it yet. All of it.
Persona 5.
Not played it, but I
I
hear it's good.
want to. I'm still working on Persona 4.
Four gold.
You know, whatever. And I really like the storytelling's insanely good.
Yeah.
Prey, which I thought Prey kind of got.
The story in the demo was really good.
Oh, isn't that the one with there was the game breaking thing that everybody
Yep.
lost their mind about
Yeah.
in the one review and
Terrible combat, but the story was
Yeah.
good.
Pyre.
I've not played it. I hear it's great, though.
But,
I love everything Supergiant
Just
does.
Prey but jumbled up.
It's just Prey, but jumbled. It really is, isn't it? That's weird.
Probably the one you're going to vote for, Tacoma.
Tacoma.
I think it's Takuma.
Takuma?
I'm done
Tacoma,
with
Washington?
Takuma,
Yeah,
Washington.
no, amazing story. Again, I said this last time, but go buy Tacoma.
Yeah, buy it because it's not sold very well, which is
No,
sad.
it's really sad.
But thankfully, it's a small.
I want them to make another
Yeah.
game,
So
Hopefully
they named
will.
it after a smelly city.
right?
There's a lot of Oh, I see the one I'm going to vote for. So there's Torment Tides of Numenera.
No, nothing
Wow, I
about
said
it.
that without even proofreading this page. I just
job.
said it,
Yeah.
Numenera. Uncharted Lost Legacy, which
I
is
hear it's real good.
the little spin-off with the all-female leads. And then my vote is going to go for What Remains of Edith Finch.
Also a very good game.
So good.
Man, it would be. I would have a hard time voting between that and Tacoma because Tacoma's story is told in an incredibly innovative way, but kind of so is Edith Finch. Like those
Yeah.
are both great games.
I really liked the way Edith Finch did it because they did it was these little vignettes
Yeah.
that took on different art styles, different voices, different ways of
So
telling
I
a story.
guess maybe that's
really,
the thing. Can
really
I
liked it.
vote like Edith Finch for gameplay because it's gameplay? I guess Tacoma's
Not
gameplay
really.
was super unique too.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're both great games, and you should play both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they both, they're both kind of walking sims, and some people don't like those. But God, the story is so good. Edith Finch will make you cry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you would like, you can go back through our archives and you can listen to a interview at BetaCon with
Nina something, I don't remember her
Nina.
last name.
She was the lead level designer for Tacoma
Yep.
and also the creative lead for What Remains of Edith Finch. We got to talk to both of those
Yep.
people, and they're
Ian
awesome.
something.
Ian Dallas?
Sure. Yeah, Ian Dallas.
look at me.
Both great people.
So that's that in that category. What else are here? Oh, so you actually have to vote
Yeah.
before you can go to the next.
Oh, no, you
can't.
don't. I just clicked
Oh.
next at the
Oh,
top.
look at that.
Yeah.
I can't, on my iPad, I can't go to the next.
Yeah, it's okay. I got it.
Page.
Up next is Best Visual Designs. Best Visual Design. There's Cuphead, which just came out, which looks really, really good. And I'm going to get that because you can buy it once and you can play it on Windows 10 PC and Xbox. So that'll be good.
I hear it's real hard.
That's okay. I like that run and gun kind of craziness like Contra
I
or
hate
stuff back in the
playing
day.
games over and over and over again to beat things, though.
I
get
like looking
frustrated
for
really
patterns.
easy.
I like looking for
Yeah.
that thing. That's
Really-
why I stuck
You would have made
out.
it in the Armada book.
Really depends for me. I
Yeah.
think, but
I will get it, but I'm going to wait for it to go on sale, frankly.
Right. Well,
Like,
and I grew
yeah.
up like watching the old school cartoons.
Yeah. Oh, the
Fleischer
visual
cartoons
style
and
is
stuff.
amazing.
So I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
Dishonored 2 from Arcane Studios. That is
played
up
it yet.
there. Me either. We were talking about best visual design. GNOG. Not sure what that is.
I don't know
it's
either.
a Gnog.
But
duh.
you missed Final Fantasy 15.
Well, I hadn't missed it. I was going to come back to that.
That's weird. But go ahead.
Road trip, baby.
Right?
Road trip.
Mainly because I saw Gnog first,
And you were like,
I
what's a
was like,
Gnog?
oh, wait, I'm going to go back
That's
to
by
that.
Double Fine, though. I like Double Fine.
Yeah.
Shiny.
And it's VR, apparently.
Oh, that's why I haven't played it.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15, that got best visual design.
It's kind of a weird game. I don't know. Visually, it was okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Horizon Zero Dawn, I hear, is stunning.
It is the most, like, I was so glad that game had a photo mode because I constantly just was like, I don't selfie at all in real life. I mean, obviously, if you're watching our live stream, you know why. But
Don't want to
that
break
game's
my camera.
gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Another game that I finished that I really liked. You still have it.
A game that I still have your copy of that I haven't beat yet.
Yeah, Little Nightmares.
Beautiful, though.
It's so good.
Creepy. So creepy.
Monument Valley 2. I did not see
I
that coming.
love the aesthetic of that game, though.
That's interesting. Yeah, and I love the first one, so I'd like to play the second one. Night in the Woods 2,
Also,
Persona 5, Pyre again, and
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
That game was interestingly gorgeous.
Interestingly gorgeous.
But like, I mean, it's really pretty. Like, it's not. I mean, I think the thing is you look at Horizon Zero Dawn, and that game is beautiful.
Stunning.
Like, it's just stunning. Like, you watch a sunset in there, it's like watching a sunset in real life. Breath of the Wild is just a very different kind of beautiful. Like, it's very seldomly did I go like, oh my god, that's so pretty. But I would get caught up in the visuals for that game. So
it's kind of like it almost feels like the way when the Wind Waker happened. Everybody was like, "Oh wow, this is so different."
Yeah, it's
so
just cool. That's the easiest way to explain it, I think.
Yeah.
It's weird because it doesn't have like all the depth something normally would, like on a single object, but there's so much depth when you look out in
Into
the
the world.
scope of the map than what you're looking at. Like you can see mountains, you can see the clouds, you can see the sky, you see the trees and the valleys, but objects themselves don't really have the shadows and the the third dimension to
I guess
them,
it just
so-
speaks to, when it comes to graphics versus gameplay.
yeah.
It's like the graphics, they are there. Everything does look really pretty, but you don't have to spend so much on assets for just one thing if you can just build this great game around it.
It's a beautiful game.
And I still want to know how they crammed all of that crap on
onto
a
a
little bit of
cartridge.
card.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Well, I mean, it's a 32 gig cartridge, though. I think.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
it?
still.
That's why it tastes bitter.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
Best audio, Destiny 2 is in there. I'll come back to the second one. Horizon Zero Dawn, Life is Strange, which I still need to play because that's another kind of like episodic sim thing. Little Nightmares, the audio in that was great.
Freaky.
And creepy AF.
Yep.
Um,
Creepy AF.
There's a lot. Yeah, so Persona 5 is in there again. Project Cars 2?
Yeah. I
Have you
guess
played-
it's new. It just came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pyre?
Pyre had a great soundtrack. I've not played Pyre 2, but I've listened to the soundtrack. Soundtrack's real good.
Wow. Rhyme, you've played Rhyme.
Oh, I love Rhyme so much. That's another one like that is underappreciated. I think it's $30, but get Rhyme. It's coming to the Switch too, eventually.
It's still not on the Switch?
They ran into some problems, but it's Rhyme. I don't know. It got like 60s and 70s, and I adored another game that will just like. It's so sad. God, it's sad.
Oh,
But it's such a good game.
okay. Sniper Elite 4. Sweet, bro.
All right.
Can't wait for that. Tacoma.
Yep.
You play that
Yeah.
again? The audio.
The sound design's very interesting. Like, it's not like it doesn't have a great soundtrack or anything, but the way they do audio in that game is incredibly unique, and it's unlike any other game you've ever played.
Cool. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Great music.
Great
I listen
music.
to that soundtrack
Great,
all the
and
time.
like the actual in-world
Yeah.
sounds like
Atmospheric
yeah,
stuff.
it's really good. And my vote, and what I'm assuming is probably going to win, is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah, probably not, just because it's going up against a bunch of games that more people have played. But yes,
But I
should win.
I don't know. Like, a lot of people have played it because it was the number one selling game on the PlayStation.
Was it really?
For like 2 months in a row.
wow.
That game, the use of audio, as a sound design guy who does that kind of stuff, I have never heard anything that disturbing. And it's not what's being said; it's how it's being presented.
Sure.
And it truly feels like you could almost be able to say, "I know what it's like to have a mental break
Oh yeah.
just by playing that."
I've
game.
heard great things about it, and I wish this was airing. Like, if you buy it today, and I know you actually, we're live right now.
Yeah.
If you buy it today, 100%
live on Mixer.
Yeah, we're live on Mixer. Sorry, if you're listening to this in the past, and you're like, "Are they live right now?" The answer is yes. No,
You're
but
listening to this on your phone.
it's crazy. If you're on Mixer though, and you're interested in that game, it's $30, and 100% of the proceeds today will go to mental health charity in the
Yeah, the
UK.
profits.
So,
Yeah.
and I don't remember which one, but it's a great opportunity to support mental health. It's National Mental Health Day today. So if you're listening to this in the future, I'm very sorry you can't do that, but you should still buy it. I hear it's a really good game.
I'm going to skip over the next one, and we're going to go right to the indie games. Dream Daddy. That's awesome. I know, actually, oddly enough, a lot of people who play that game.
Yeah, I've heard it. I do too.
I hear it's
it's spectacular.
There's a game called Everything.
Everything was one of the. Remember how PlayStation had those like 4 weeks of like indie game summer
Where
stuff?
it's like you can make a pig thing
Yeah,
or whatever.
I hear it was really interesting in like kind of a very abstract non-game kind of way.
Okay.
But
That's cool. Friday the 13th, the game, after a rough, rocky start. I don't know, has it really picked up since then?
I think it's still doing okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've got a bunch. Like Vinnie loves it, Annie loves it. They both talk really, really highly about it. So I think they're trying really hard.
Have you played it?
I've not. No.
Have you played it?
It's not really my thing exactly, and I don't know. I'm still kind of hesitant to buy into something
That's probably going to go away.
Well, I don't know if it's going to go away, but I don't think I'd play it enough to make it worth it.
All
So.
right.
What I'm really seeing is I should be playing Night in the Woods.
Evidently, Night in the Woods is just all over the place.
Yeah. It's a cool. What I've heard about it is it's terrific. You actually play a cat who goes back to his hometown after, or her hometown. I don't remember if it's a he or she. After, but I mean they're very they're.
It's a cat going back to a hometown.
They're
anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic. But they're kind of crappy hometown. That's like you get the impression it's kind of a factory town that isn't very good anymore, and
everybody wants out.
Really depressing, and they go back because I think they've lost their job. But the story is supposed to be spectacular.
Cool.
So.
There it is again. Pyre. Slime Rancher, you played that, didn't you?
Slime Rancher's so fun. I love Slime Rancher. It's it's got a great loop. You go catch some slimes and you put them in a box, and they give you you feed them, and then they give you things to go buy other things with. It's just a farm sim, but you happen to be farming slime. It's really enjoyable.
Stories Untold. I haven't heard of that one.
Me either.
I'll have to check that out. Tacoma again. Thimbleweed Park, another one of your favorites.
Loved Thimbleweed Park. That's again, I think it's like $20, and it actually just released on iOS, I believe, too.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And it's coming out on the Switch too.
Isn't it?
It already came out on the Switch,
It's
I think.
out on the Switch, yeah.
It's really fun if you like those kind of point and click adventure games. But I guess if you've bounced off point and click adventure games recently, if you've played any of the kind of like, hey, we redid this one from 20 years ago, it's really different than that. It's very accessible. I really enjoyed it. I played it on easy. It was about 12 hours, so it's good. Really
Nice.
good. What Remains of Edith Finch?
Yeah, and What Remains of Edith Finch?
God, it's such a good game.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, I paused recording for everybody on Mixer. So how many more of these lists do we want to
let's skip
continue
best
going through?
multiplayer game.
Really? Okay. Really?
Okay, we can do
I
that.
think we need to talk about that
let's
one because
skip
that's got some
Studio
big
of the
ones in
Year.
there. Yeah, so there's
Let's skip VR.
Studio VR, esports player
esports,
team,
esports.
esports game.
I don't give a shit about.
Do you care about esports game? I know some people might care about esports game. Broadcaster don't care. Mobile, not really.
We could do. I think we skip past a bunch of that shit and get to the best.
So there's Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox,
Yeah.
and PC Game of the Year, and then I think that's it.
Yeah. So I say we can do multiplayer, and then I say we skip until we get to those best ofs.
Okay, so multiplayer is where we'll do next?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so multiplayer and then Nintendo, PlayStation,
Yeah.
Xbox,
Yep.
PC. All right, up next we have Best Multiplayer Game of the Year. There is Absolver. Never played it. Oh, yeah, I know which one that is, though.
But you know who did the soundtrack for it?
Austin Wintory.
Austin Wintory.
Did I get to talk to him?
I hope so. He is.
Because he like favorited or retweeted you or something.
We talked to him. I talked to him briefly on Twitter one time, and it was like the highlight of my entire day. Like
you like screen capped it and sent it to us
I
on Slack.
totally did. I'm like, oh my
"What?"
god, Austin Wintory's talking to me. Like, I love video game soundtracks, and he's my very, very favorite video game soundtrack composer.
He's really good.
So
So
the Absolver soundtrack is very good. I've not played the game,
listened to it yet.
but
I have some buddies that play it.
yeah,
it's like For Honor.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like
Kind of.
For Honor, except it's a little more RPG-ish, I believe.
Yeah.
You actually,
And it's martial artsy too,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's not like there's no real. Are there weapons, or is it kind of a block takedown kind of thing?
I think it's kind of a block takedown thing, but you actually get new moves by fighting people
Okay.
in this world, but it's like kind of like if Street Fighter had a story.
Well, you
Yeah.
did see the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And Raul Julia. Raul Julia's last appearance in a movie.
Oh, wow. And we wonder
He was
what
dying of
killed him.
cancer while he made that movie. It was terrible.
Oh. Yeah, but so the characters in Absolver, are the character models like kind of simplistic from what I remember?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it looks real good.
It's interesting. Battlefield 1,
I have played the single player.
never played it. What is this game? Destiny 2, I've never heard of
a
this.
little bit of that, maybe a smidge. It's real good.
I've got a feeling that might just do
Yeah.
it. FIFA 18, never played it, but
I
you play
love
every single
FIFA.
one.
I've not played 18 yet, but I love FIFA.
Excuse me, Friday the 13th, the game.
I think it's got a good chance just because it's unique. Like that 8v1 is,
There's actually, I forget, I didn't see what was on this list. So Destiny 2 is going to have a run for its money. Injustice 2, yeah.
Fighty.
I've never played it.
Yeah, me either.
I haven't played that one, but I love Injustice.
The first one was fun.
Yeah.
Lawbreakers.
You want to hear something really, really sad about Lawbreakers?
What's that?
So Lawbreakers is Cliffy B's game. It's
Blazinski.
good. I like it. I really like it. And over the weekend, it hit 19 players online. 19, according to Steam Spy.
Only 19 people in the
19.
whole world were logged on to play it.
And granted, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning, but like during the day, it's only getting like 150, 200 players. Like no one is playing that game.
Man.
It's real sad.
That
game,
sucks.
I guarantee you that
crazy.
game goes free to play in the next month.
Well, I know you like Nidhogg too.
Nidhogg 2 is so good. God, I love that game so much.
Did you watch his play with his kid?
Yeah.
My kid.
That game is that's one of
Maybe
my
we should
favorite
play.
videos to watch.
We should play that on Monday.
Yeah, we should play.
Oh, we should play that on Monday.
Can you do 4?
No, but you can you can take turns.
Yeah, we'll do best of.
It's really
It's
fun.
fast.
You can set up tournaments.
I'm gonna kick your ass,
No,
Dylan.
you're not.
Yeah, I
I'm
am.
real good.
That's my kind of game.
Dylan barely beat my kid. Barely.
And then I beat everyone else. After.
Yeah.
It's so good though. God, it's good.
Pro Evolution Soccer 2018.
Oh, that's how we're gonna play this.
Yes. Pro Evolution Soccer 2018.
I hear
Don't
it's
really,
terrific.
I'm sure it is. Splatoon 2.
Which,
I
would be-
haven't.
which is amazing.
Yeah, which could very well give the last game on this list. I think Splatoon 2.
It's the
could
top
give-
right now, but it gets beat.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it can. compete.
I think it could. I think if enough people have that much brand loyalty to Nintendo, Splatoon 2 could pull it off. However, there is this little game called PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which I hear is multiplayer. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is
Probably gonna win. Yeah.
might do it. That's just my guess. So there's that for your best multiplayer game. We're going to jump over to the last few lists. Nintendo Game of the Year. Just about every game they put out this year could be the Game of the Year.
Have they had a bad game yet? I mean, not really.
No.
They've had some games that are worse than others.
Whatever
but-
that witch ride game where she rode a bicycle through the air collecting stars. It was a really, really bad
I have never heard of this game.
translation.
Wasn't it like Superman 64, but with a witch?
With a
With
witch
a
on a
witch
bike.
skin?
I've never
it was
heard of
literally
this.
something
Crazy.
like Witch on a Bike. It was crazy. So the games up for Game of the Year for Nintendo, we got ARMS, which you love that game.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
great. But I'm not going to give it the number one
Another
spot.
game losing its audience.
Now there's that. Bulb Boy.
I've never heard of this game, but it looks real fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's creepy and cute
It
in
looks
equal
real
measures.
cool.
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
I was
Super
enjoying
fun.
the crap out of the game until SteamWorld Dig 2 came out.
Well, you should go back and finish
will.
it because you've gameflyed that one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Have you got it?
Mm-mm.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Love that game.
Yeah. I was
Which-
actually playing a bunch of Mario Kart 8 the other day. That game's great.
Couldn't they have put that? That could have also fallen in the best multiplayer game because they do
Yeah.
online multiplayer and
Yeah.
they do it really well.
Maybe it's just not that good.
I beg to differ. On the 3DS, you've got Metroid: Samus Returns, which I have heard absolutely nothing but amazing things
Same.
about. So, also I think on the 3DS is Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Snipper Clips on the Switch.
Love that game.
Super
See,
fun.
that game could have been a great multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Love that.
Splatoon 2 again, fantastic
Wait,
multiplayer game.
this seems cheesy.
Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey is on this list.
It's not out for
It's not
3
even
weeks.
out.
Are the awards after the...
Yeah, they are. Like these awards, I think, are done in November. I want to say,
Yeah.
but that seems.
Here, I'm
dumb.
going to nominate a game that I haven't
Right?
even played.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been able
I
to
mean,
play
it's going to be
enough
great.
review.
Everyone knows it's
It's
going to be
obviously
great.
going to win, but
Yeah,
It could be okay.
yeah.
there's
I
a
mean, there are-
dinosaur.
Have
It
You
you-
can
has my
control
vote.
the hat.
when Mario games are bad, they're real bad.
That is
even
true.
though there haven't really been
That
bad
is true.
ones. And finally, Legends of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, which could be the one that.
I'm voting for Mario.
Okay.
Voting for Mario.
PlayStation Game of the Year. Oh, look at that! Everybody's Golf leads off PlayStation Game of the Year. That's awesome.
It has Adam's vote.
That's cool. Horizon Zero Dawn probably could pull it off.
Yeah.
Nex Machina, Nier Automata, Neo, which I totally forgot about.
Yeah, Neo got buried. It just had a bad release time.
Yeah.
It came out, I want to say, like right after Horizon Zero Dawn and Nier Automata and Breath of the Wild. Like,
Yeah, it was just kind of lost. Kind of like what happened with, what was that game?
well, Prey. And,
But the one last year that came out in the middle of like
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2.
God, that has a great single player.
Persona 5 is in there, which I kind of need to play. Static, which I've never heard of. It looks kind of Witness-esque.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a VR. It's a VR game.
Oh, sure.
Last Guardian, which I really, really want to play because it was in
Same.
development hell forever.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to play that. Uncharted Lost Legacy and Yakuza 0.
Yeah, I think on this list I would probably choose Horizon Zero Dawn, even though I haven't actually beat it yet. But I like that game a
I
lot.
think it's cute that everybody's golf is in there.
Yeah. I've heard great things about it.
But that's awesome. Moving on over to the Xbox, what I don't have but soon will.
You will.
Cuphead, which
Have not played.
I
It
wanna
looks
play it.
so cool, but I just don't know if I'm in for
Yeah, I
what
don't
is a
think I
pretty
am, too.
challenger platforming game.
do you
but-
not? I mean, did you not like Contra or Mega Man or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but,
But-
I don't know. I think the difference is I liked those games when I was 12 and had a huge amount of time
Right.
and was used to those. I mean, the thing is back then, all games were hard. Like, you bashed your head against, I mean, it didn't matter what game you picked
I
out of
broke
your
a lot
pile.
of controllers.
Yeah,
when I
you
was
were
a
gonna
kid.
you were gonna slam into, I mean, they made games really hard because games were really short.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like, get yourself your, Konami code on Contra, you can beat that game in 25 minutes,
True.
So,
Dead Rising 4 on Xbox. Again, the Xbox
Not played it.
nominations.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every Dead Rising game has been.
They're fun.
yeah.
Just
They're
fun.
not,
They're
maybe
fun
maybe
games.
that's really,
It's-
maybe they're not good, but they're fun.
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport 7. That's not even out yet, is
Yeah,
it?
it came out
Okay.
last week. I hear it is the most gorgeous thing in the world, and it's only going to get prettier when the One X comes out.
Hell yeah. Gears of War 4, which I cannot wait to play.
I have not played.
I want to play it real bad because I love that's my kind of like shooter game.
It's a
that
great
over the
game.
shoulder.
Yeah,
Gigantic. Don't
it's
know about that.
a multiplayer MMO, first-person kind of thing. It's a miracle that it ever came out. So they had to lay off like 70% of their
That sucks.
studio. Yeah,
Halo Wars 2.
yeah, sure.
Pit People, Slime
Pit People's
Ranchers,
great.
that- Oh, is it?
Pit People so good. It's from the people that made Castle Crasher and
okay.
Battle Blocks Theater.
Battle Block Theater. It's super good. It's a hex-based, like, turn-based strategy game that's incredibly stupid and goofy and weird, and it's great.
That looks fun.
It's still in early access, I believe.
Slime Rancher, which
Also
again, and Tacoma,
Also fun.
also fun. Well, is Tacoma fun?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it-
It's really fun.
it's fun?
It's super. Like it's incredibly unique and super fun, and has the ending's great.
Cool.
And you'll never guess how it's going to end. Like, you'll never guess.
Really?
No.
Okay. Sweet. So there's that, and then finally, PC Game of the Year. You ready?
Yep.
Dream Daddy,
Uh-huh.
which I think is great. So Endless Space 2. Have never played that. It's a strategy game. One Shot, which is a puzzly kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with
Yeah,
that.
I'm not familiar with any of these. I mean, once we
Yeah.
get down here, Planet Coaster, the
It's
iteration
great.
of that.
Love Planet Coaster.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, probably going to win that. Rising Storm 2 Vietnam.
It's a super realistic shooter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Stories Untold.
Again,
A
yeah,
short story
I'm gonna
kind
have
of
to try
thing.
that out.
Total War Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3.
40K, get it right.
40.
I know it says 40,000, but
Oh, 40. Whatever.
Has anyone played Total War? Have you played Total War?
No, but it came in one of the Humble Bundles, and I want to download it. I kind of want to try it.
yeah.
Me and my buddy who are longtime Warhammer players, we played it, and I never played Total War before, but I wanted to play it because it's like, oh, this is cool. Like, there's tons of goblins on the screen, and I'm playing Warhammer, but it's a video game, and it was real weird. Like, I think
Is that a tabletop game?
yeah.
Oh, see, I had no idea.
But Total War isn't. Like, Warhammer is, but Total War is just a massive scale combat, like old time, like you have huge regiments of soldiers and you just run into each other and they kill each other, and it's brutal, a lot of blood, a lot of terror. But I would be interested to play this more. I was just wondering if anyone's played a Total War game.
The one I really want to play is Warhammer Vermintide.
Yeah.
The Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Which I have.
It's pretty fun.
You've got a
just need
PC now. You've got a PC now. We should all play that.
Yeah, we
I've
should
just
try to
never
play it.
known 4 people that have it.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm totally down.
Yeah.
To round out the PC nominations, West of Loathing.
I love that game so much.
I kind of need. I
really
to try it.
do.
It's pretty cheap, yeah.
It's like I think $11 or something dumb. It's out on iOS now too, and it's
Cool.
just stupid. It's fun and funny, and I really like it. I got kind of pulled away from it when Rabbids and SteamWorld Dig came out, but I'll definitely go back to it.
Nice. So that's going to do it for your coverage right now of the Golden Joystick Awards. Of course, we're going to cover that a little bit more when
when they win.
Yeah, when we know who to wins. All right, up next, the SNES Classic. It is out. I have one finally.
Where did you get yours? Did you just get it at
Do
a
you
store?
really
or
want
do
me?
you know?
Do you want me to tell you how I
I'm
did
curious.
this?
Yeah.
Well,
You don't have to.
No, it's fine. So Kevin's brother sent him a picture while we were down in Portland last week of these SNES Classics multiple. One of those people.
You killed him, didn't you?
No, I did not. I wanted to, but I was like, you tell him that we're picking one of those up from him when we're down in Portland. He's like, all right. And I'm like, and you tell him I get it at cost. That's how that game works.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Damn right.
I'm very
Nice. Have you
proud
played
of
it yet?
No.
Will you?
Yes,
No.
yes. I actually think what I'm going to do, since I've got a second HDMI input on my monitor on my desk, I think I might just hook it up right there next to my laptop and play it there because it's got a short cord and it's right there and
That's
it's perfect
smart.
on those screens. So
That's
I
what I
do
do
that.
with my RetroPie.
And eventually, when I hack it and start loading stuff onto it,
Yes.
which we do not recommend and we know is highly illegal, so we would never actually
Unless
do
you
that
own the
ourselves.
cartridge. My assumption is, I mean, that's how I do it. My RetroPie, I own a copy of every single cartridge pretty much ever made.
So does You're ridiculous. So anyway, the SNES Classic is out and it has been hacked, and you can add your own games to it. Yeah.
It's
already
apparently
done.
not easy, and apparently it's dangerous. You can brick your console, but they presume it'll get easier.
Well,
pretty quick.
according to this article on Polygon.com, there has been an update, and as the comments have pointed out, a newer, easier version of the thing.
Well, that's crazy. That's since yesterday.
Yeah, it has
Nice.
already been released, and they say thank you for the heads up. So thank you,
Nuts.
Polygon.
Crazy.
Yeah. So if you want to void your warranty, possibly brick a giant piece of gold that a lot of people still want, do it. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think.
do it.
Yeah. What do you have to lose?
Just do
Except
it.
$80.
Well, yeah, and I might go to jail.
Just do it.
I don't think you're going to
No,
go to
okay.
jail.
The Nintendo they're everywhere.
They're
man.
everywhere.
Like Santa Claus, they're everywhere.
They're on our stream right now, aren't they?
Redmond.
So yeah, do we need to talk anything more about that?
No, I don't
What
think so.
Do you care? I mean, it's like
I think
okay,
it's
we knew it
it's
was gonna
fascinating
happen.
that it came out
a week
and
and
a half ago. It's crazy.
We all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. More power to them.
Are you surprised it took that long?
No. I mean, that kind of thing isn't easy. So, and the presumption is that however you hacked the NES Mini, they would have, or NES Classic, they would have patched that to make it so you couldn't. So,
But I don't think they did.
I don't know.
That's funny. Finally, to wrap up the news portion, that's a lot of news. There is a new-ish Red Dead trailer.
Yeah, and it's new-ish because it actually came out like 2 weeks ago, and I meant to put it in the show notes last week, and I didn't.
It's
So
real pretty.
It's real pretty. So everyone go watch the YouTube thing right now.
Are we going to watch this right now?
Sure, what the hell?
Okay,
Look, there's
so
elk.
I'm going to.
Oh my god.
Hang on.
And this, from what I understand, is running on a PS4 Pro.
Okay.
So in theory, this will actually look better on PC or the Xbox One X, which I don't believe because, my God, this is gorgeous.
It's photorealistic.
Yeah.
It is literally photorealistic.
So what I'm going to do so I can watch this and hear it is I'm going to turn our mics off and you're going to actually. Well, how long is the? How long
It's
is
a
it?
minute long.
It's
I'm
a
already
minute long?
halfway
Just
through
keep
it.
the
All
audio
right.
quiet.
So I'm going to turn us off.
Number 2.
It's trailer number 2. Back up.
Hang on. Oops. Hang on. Let me delete this. Here we go. This is what you get when we're live. So actually, it turns out Cliff linked us to the trailer that came out
a year ago. Sorry about that. But God, that game's pretty.
It's still pretty, even in the second trailer
Yeah.
that we're watching now.
I don't know where the second trailer is. There it is. It's trailer 2. It's up top there. So, okay, here we go.
You got some money for me, boy? I seen your name in our ledger.
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan.
Maybe when your mother's finished mourning your father, I'll keep her in black on your behalf. We got lawmen in 3 different states after us. They chased us from the west, they chased us over the mountains.
We'll need an extra gun.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.
You're the only one of these fools that I trust.
Where's our money?
Do you have my back?
Always, Dutch.
Product not yet rated.
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a prequel to the first one.
Yeah.
And you are playing a character named Arthur Morgan. And the interesting thing about Arthur Morgan is he's a bad guy. So this is not Red Dead Redemption 1 where you are playing effectively kind of an anti-hero on his way to redemption. You are a bad guy. You are part of Dutch's gang, which is the gang that John Marston, I believe, joined in or was coming out of in the first one. And, it's going to be interesting. But John Marston is, like I said, he's in that gang. And so he will be in this game. Whether or not he's playable, probably not. But one thing that I thought was really interesting that people were pointing out was that it almost has to be a prequel.
So I've only played part of the first game because of PlayStation Now.
Oh, sure. It's really good. The funny thing is I remember it being, it's not good?
It's so good.
Oh, I thought you said it's not
I was
good.
like,
it's
wow,
it's
you're
really good.
dead to us.
The funny thing about it is at the time I was kind of like, it's okay. And then over, I think the longer it's been, the better it's gotten in my head. So I didn't like the ending though. But whatever.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
To each their own.
I think, is that a spoiler for a game that was a 360 game?
Yes.
Really?
Because this is a game that's so good that you should probably play it.
All right. If you have not played Red Dead Redemption,
Go play it.
Red Dead Redemption, you should.
Crap, okay.
I don't know what happened there. I think I had a stroke.
Yeah.
Cool. But it just looks terrific.
But we still don't have a solid release date on that, do we?
Spring is what they're saying. The rumor is that it's, spring is nebulous. But they're saying that it could be as late as July.
Oh, okay.
I think it'll just depend on when it's done. I don't think anyone's going to tell Rockstar to put that game out before it's done. So
yeah.
Looks great though. Go watch the trailer.
Yeah, do it. We'll link it.
Perfect.
So anyway, and that's it for news. We're done with that. Moving on to questions. Got a few of them this week, but we always start with that one guy.
Hey, yo, Vinnie.
So dumb.
Hey. Talk at us.
What?
Give us a question.
All right, so we have a question from Vinnie. What one game mechanic from what video game would you love to be able to use in real life? Why that game mechanic? Have a good week, guys.
That's very nice.
Yeah, thank you, Vinnie. You have a great week, too.
Yeah. I told him that I'd like to be able to triple jump like I can in Destiny. Like, think how handy that would be. You're like, oh, man, I threw my Frisbee over the fence, like, boing, boing, boing. I'm there. Like, no crap climbing a fence, something got stuck on the roof. I got this.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I would hit my head on everything.
Right.
You'd hit your head
Dylan already
on,
has, a default double jump. He's 9 feet tall. But I mean, how cool would that be able to be like, oh, the elevator's out of service. It's like, boing, boing, boing.
Boom. I like,
right?
It's all boing, boing, boing.
Or maybe the opposite is I don't want to take fall damage.
Oh, that would be nice.
Friendly fire's turned off.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know what game mechanic I would go for.
I tell you, the options are almost limited. I eat a mushroom.
Limited
I get
or limitless?
unlimited. Sorry,
Unlimited.
I eat a mushroom. I get giant.
Basically any game mechanic. I think it's the answer. I know what I would pick, and it's the cooking mechanic from Zelda. I want to just be able to take the ingredients, put it in the pot, and go ding, 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 and food's done. Like,
and they give
that
you
sounds
superpowers.
amazing. And if I get like resistance to freeze, that's dope.
I'm real cold, so I go to Chili's and get a fajita, and all of a sudden they're like, I'm outside. It's warm.
Oh, man, I was like, I want cooking to be that easy. As much as I hate it in the game, like in real life, if cooking was
that easy? Oh my gosh! Yeah,
had this nice like fish platter with veggies and fruits, and I just went like blink in the pot, and I went ding, 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 ding.
God, that's actually really smart. That's really smart.
If my sticks break, I'm real upset though.
Yeah, I know,
I don't
right?
want that weapon breaking garbage.
I don't.
I'm out shoveling. The shovel just breaks down. I'm like, son of a...
Right.
Throw it away under the pile of broken shovels. Here's another shovel.
I would take any game that allows me to either teleport from one location to another or fly.
Ooh, fast travel.
Yeah.
I just changed my mind. I want fast travel
Yeah.
because my commute sucks. Like,
I like how you want fast travel for work. I want fast travel for like fun.
no. I mean, that would be awesome too. But like fast travel, I mean, I travel to work every day, and it's like 2 hours of my day.
But
like,
I want to skip the part where you have to have been there and discovered that area before you can.
No,
fast
that's
travel
fine
there.
too.
No, it's not, because I want to go to Australia real bad, and I don't want to have to deal with going there
flying
and coming
first,
back
fair.
just so I can fast travel.
What if you
there.
put in like a cheat code?
Exactly?
No
need
clip. That's
we
what I
need
want.
Fast travel with cheat codes. What clip?
No, it's no clips. One of the things you used to put in like Doom, let you walk through walls. It was a cheat code.
Really?
Yeah. So that'd be awesome. God mode.
Yeah, I
God
was gonna
mode.
say I just want God mode.
Yeah.
Screw it. I'm into that. Yeah, I want the debug.
Oh,
I want the debug console in real life. That's what I want.
Give Cliff.
I'm good with that.
Oh
Thank you
God,
for that
that's
one,
the
Vinny.
that's the most amazing question ever. I want all of them, but I think
I'm gonna
fast
be
travel.
sitting in traffic later, going, God, I wish that
had
fast
travel. Oh,
And I've been home 1,000 times. I know how to get there. Can I just
Right?
fast travel there? Oh, it'd be
you
great.
walk out the door and just like click. I wait for a loading screen and I'm at home.
Nice.
Can you imagine one day when you're telling your great grandkids about, in my day we didn't have fast travel. We had to drive there.
On the flip side, fast travel always has that danger of like you fast travel somewhere and all of a sudden you're inside someone else. Like
Right.
I fast travel home and all of a sudden I'm like, oh God, I killed someone.
Or like when you load into the tower in Destiny and like none of the NPCs are there and it's just you. Like, what is happening?
Or like a big bear is in front of you and he just eats you and just get mauled by a bear after you load into Australia.
Nice.
Like some kangaroo kicks you in the face.
And then a spider bites you and then a snake
and then you're
eats
just
you.
dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dad.
Crocodile comes out of the toilet. All right, thank you for that one, Vinny. Josh has a question. Not all. Well, it's more of a statement / thing. Josh, not all characters have a voice. Who is one character who did not have a voice that you wished did, and who do you picture them sounding like? Accent and gender count 2. If you could change the voice of a character to be funny or serious, who would you change, and how would you make them sound? Now, that part of the question, I really am.
He actually had an example too, and I forgot what it was. Oh, we were talking about what Mario sound like, and like what would be good voice actors for Mario. And I wish I could remember which one he said, but I think we finally settled on. Oh shoot, what's his name from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That actually was Mario in the live action movie.
Oh, Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. That would be okay.
Yeah, it was. Wow, crap! I can't remember any actor's name. The dude from Taken was one of them. Liam Neeson,
yeah.
and I don't remember the other one. But could you imagine Liam Neeson as Mario? God, that'd be amazing.
I'll hunt you down. Now I'll kill you. Father.
You have a particular set of skills.
Yeah, right. A character who doesn't have a voice that wished
I wish my Destiny character did, because I think it's really strange that people talk around me all the time and I can't reply.
I think any like MMO or anything where you create a character, it's like, oh, we're keeping this unique because we don't want all the. Yeah, that's fine and all, but I'd really, really like it.
Even if no one heard it
had a
but
voice.
me,
Yeah.
would be fine.
Oh, that'd be fine too.
Because I mean, the reality is your character makes noises. Like I said, I play a female character, and I forget all the time until I like fall a great distance. And yeah, and her grunt is higher pitched than I would think mine would be.
Right.
Although maybe not. I'd really like if she could talk though, and I mean, like I don't. Gender would be fine because she is a gender.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, accent past that, like she could be English. I like girls with an English accent. So you know, if I got to pick, but really, I just wish she could talk. And maybe not Morgan Freeman. He definitely talks. And he's got a lovely voice, actually. So maybe Morgan Freeman could do the voice of Dr. Freeman from Half-Life, I want to say. He also is a very famously mute protagonist. So,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know.
So let's have Morgan Freeman do him.
Okay. Any characters you can think of that didn't? That
I mean,
you
I
just
think
did?
that would be the one I would pick, because it kind of drives me nuts in those kind of games where like you're just sitting there like listening and you don't talk, but they're responding to you. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Although I will say that was parodied brilliantly in the South Park game, where your character just doesn't talk, and everyone's
yeah.
like, "What? Are you going to say anything?"
Right. What
That's
are you dumb?
perfect.
What is going on, kid?
Yeah.
That's If you can find a way to
Yeah.
play it,
was
do the
good.
parody it, that's great.
How about you?
I could change the voice of a character to be funny or serious. I would love it if there was just like the Crackdown guy, or one of the Crackdown guys, or any
Yeah.
of those big bad mob bosses.
Yeah.
You just be all like this, talk like Mickey Mouse or something crazy ridiculous
Heck
that you're
yeah.
just not expecting.
So I'm going to take a moment and appeal to, probably not actually because I'm so old, but our wrestling contingent, which is, I don't know, 90% of people who listen to this podcast. The Venn diagram is like, they overlap. It's practically a circle. Did any of you guys ever see, I want to say Suburban Commando, Hulk Hogan? And the Undertaker was a bad guy in that, right? But he had like a super high squeaky voice, and like he was this big, like, I mean, you know what the Undertaker looks like. He's you probably know what the Undertaker.
I know what the Undertaker
he's like
looks like.
6
He's
foot
massive.
6 and massive, big scraggly hair, and he had like this super high pitched voice. Like
That's-
that's exactly it.
Yeah, I'd love to see games where the big bad guys, like
Yeah.
just for comic relief, because if it's probably been just a serious game, just
Just
guys,
once.
I'm gonna come kick your ass now, and that's all he has to say, just the one line, and then you get back to just beating
Oh,
him
that'd
down.
be amazing. I like it.
That's a good one. What? Okay.
So Hans is
Yes, set this up
famous
for us.
for asking us, like, I'm going to say 20 episodes ago, I'm like, hey, does anyone have any questions? He's like, what's your favorite kind of cheese? And so I hit him up today. I'm like, we need another question. Do you have any dumb questions? And this is the one he gave me.
What's your favorite sandwich?
Yeah.
Follow-up question: Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? Which do you choose? Great. Favorite sandwich? I'm gonna go with a good old club sandwich. Love it.
Nothing
The
wrong with
triple
that.
decker kind of. That's
Good stuff.
Jam. So good.
I think Subway named a sandwich after me, so I'm probably gonna go with the spicy Italian.
Oh, jeez. You are neither Italian nor spicy.
Yes, I am.
I don't
Are
believe
you
that.
Italian?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
99% Scandinavian, 1% Italian.
It shows.
It totally
Wow.
shows.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I
interesting.
So the Carnation Cafe in Disneyland, it's like a sit-down restaurant kind of on the left side of Main Street when you're walking down the street. Used to have an amazing veggie sandwich. It was just like a bunch of different like carrots and zucchini and all sorts of stuff like shredded on this amazing bun with this like crazy good like pesto mayo.
I'm
Unfortunately,
into it.
they don't make it anymore, but dang, it was
Why?
good. I don't know. They redid the restaurant and they changed their menu, but
Okay.
that's probably my favorite sandwich.
Well, there's that.
To be honest though, Paseo, a little restaurant in
Is that the Cuban place?
Where's
the
that?
Caribbean roast. There's one in
Seattle.
so there used to be one in Fremont. Well, there's one in Fremont. There used to be one in Ballard, but it's now Unbien because there was a little snafu that I won't go into. And
For a restaurant
now
in
there's
Seattle
one in
that no one cares
South
about?
Seattle by the Showbox Soto in
Okay.
Safeco Field, kind of. They were the highest rated restaurant on Yelp for
Yeah.
a long time.
Wow.
They're supposed to be great.
It's incredible, but it's called the Caribbean roast, I believe, and it's just pork. Marinated pork,
on
What
bun.
more do
with
you
their
need?
grilled onions and the cilantro and the aioli, and it's
You said cilantro. He's like,
Yeah, you said cilantro, and I just melted like the Wicked Witch of the West. Blah.
you haven't been.
I don't like cilantro.
Well, I don't think everything has cilantro.
I'm just saying, you said
You
cilantro,
don't
and I
have
just
to
lost
have, like,
complete interest.
If you want to be picky, that's fine. It's
Well, there's
delicious.
that. Thanks for that part of the question.
Anyway,
Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? Kevin says Killer Instinct. I don't really care.
I'd say Virtua Fighter, but
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
choose
an option.
If I'm going to choose between the two, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Mortal Kombat then.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat never did it for me. Even when I was a kid, it seemed stupid and cheesy.
I liked. So when
Yeah.
we got the PS4, one of the first games we got was Mortal Kombat, and I love it.
Really?
I love it. I love the X-ray thing when you see him get like smacked in the nards, or you get his back broken, or you get a freaking arrow
Yeah.
through your skull, man, and then you rip him apart. Oh, it's it's so satisfying.
Visceral? Would you say visceral?
More than visceral. But it's funny because I won't watch Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones is too effing gnarly for me. But I will gladly watch Sub-Zero freeze you and then smash you into a million bloody guts.
I haven't played it since Mortal Kombat 2, probably.
You need to play the new one.
I went back and played Mortal Kombat 2 the other day, and
bad.
Wow, it's bad. Like the fact that anyone was ever like up in arms about how violent it was.
There's so much
Yeah,
blood.
it's like I guess that might be blood. They look like giant chunky red pixels to me, but
Right.
But yeah, I always loved Street Fighter. I was a big Street Fighter guy.
Yeah, I learned all the characters. I learned all their movesets. I learned all of that crap.
Have you played it recently?
I have not because
none
I
of you will
fail
recall
terribly.
You will recall none of that.
I'm sure. And you say Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Just cause?
I kind of like the over-the-topness of it.
Yeah.
Just because, like, fighting games aren't inherently interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, it's one-on-one combat. It's pretty much rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So having that extra element of ridiculousness, like an action movie,
helps.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
over-the-top action movie is better than plain action movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So...
Yeah, no, I was always like I like Street Fighter, but I was always a big Virtua Fighter 2 guy. So
I like the Virtua Fighter games. I think I only played like the first or second one. I didn't play any of the rest of the series, but I remembered
both of
liking
them in the arcade. Bam.
Well, he fancy.
I know.
All right. Well, thank you for the questions, guys. Hans, Vinny,
Hans.
and
I like that you've given
Hans.
this amazing like
Josh.
all of a sudden he's like I don't know living in a strange little cottage in
This is Hans.
yeah.
Hans is here. Anyway, so that's that. And if you have questions, feel free to drop them to us. You can do it in our Mixer channel when we're doing our live thing. You can do it on Facebook, Twitter, wherever.
Discord.
Message us, Discord in particular. Yeah, join our Discord too. It's fun.
We do have
Yeah,
a good
we're
time.
growing and growing in there. I want to say we've got, what do we have, close to 50?
I don't know. There's a wrestling channel now too for all you wrestling fans. It's been going about 15 messages a minute since 9 o'clock this morning.
Y'all are insane.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that. Thank you for all the questions. And we're going to wrap it up this week with some cheap free games. The Humble Bundle Monthly has been announced for next month.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited because for $12, even though I might play it for 20 minutes just to say I've done it, Elder Scrolls Online.
And it's real good. I have it on the Xbox, and like I've got some complaints about it, but for $12, whatever, it's free to play. There is an expansion for it that you can buy, but it's really fun. It's very Skyrim-esque. If you like Skyrim, you'll probably like ESO. So give that a go. But you also get Quake Champions, which just came out. It's in one of those kind of, I hate these, but paid
early access.
Access. Well, not early access. It's paid beta. So this game's gonna be free to play.
Why did they do that?
Yeah,
Why
but
is
if
that
you
a
want
thing
to,
all of a sudden?
God, I don't like it at all. But if you want to get into the beta, you can buy into it. But you'll get that for I keep saying free, but this costs $12 a month, I guess.
Yeah.
By the time I get it, I'm like, oh, it's free because I paid that $12 a week ago.
Yeah.
You'll get that, and then there's also Skyrim has a collectible card game, a CCG called Legends, and you'll get some cards for that. I hear it's good.
Cool.
If you're kind of a Hearthstone player, you might like that. But then there'll be a bunch of other crap in it too. So
Yeah, and it's always
who knows
it's always
what.
pretty good stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's nothing mind blowing.
But I've gotten some
But
great
Rise
stuff
of the Tomb
in
Raider
that.
was in last month, which that's
Yeah.
a great game. So
Yeah, I've never been. The only time I've ever been disappointed in a Humble Bundle when I was like, oh, I love that game so much I already bought it.
yeah, like you've already
So-
got every game in there.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of Ghost Recon games and stuff like that,
More probably if you're a fan of The Division, but you want to play it in a
in a more closed off kind of environment.
Well, or no, because it's outdoors.
Well, I mean,
So
but I mean closed off as far as closed off from.
if you want to play The Division, but without some sort of horrible virus going around, yeah.
But it's not. But it's not a completely open, massively multiplayer thing. It's not. It's team based.
Yeah. So 4-player though, I believe.
Yeah. Whereas like Division is everybody is all over the place all the time.
Yeah.
This is not like that.
Well, I think it is.
Is it?
I think so. I don't know. I have not played
maybe.
it, but I'm going to play it this weekend.
Yeah, let me know because I thought it was kind of like what do you play? The Rainbow Six.
Oh, Siege. No.
Siege, no.
I thought it was more similar to that where you've got teams.
I think it's way closer to The Division.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I've totally.
I
missed the
hear
mark
it's
on
great.
that.
I'm going to try and give it a shot. I'm going to talk, see if I can talk a couple people into playing this instead of Destiny on Saturday.
I'd like to try it.
and just try it out. I hear it's great. I believe if it isn't still, it for a while was the best-selling game of this year.
Yeah, it's total.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a great community. I hear it's really fun too. So I definitely want to try it. So maybe give it a go this weekend. It's free. I want to say
Can't beat free.
you can.
Yeah,
Well, you
seriously.
can. They could pay you.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
I think it starts Friday and then goes through Sunday.
And you can
I'm
preload
not.
it, right?
I assume you can preload it too. But if you like it, it's also 50% off, I guess. So
Yeah.
As they generally do on the free-to-play weekends.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
Cool.
give it a go. It's on, I believe, all the platforms: PlayStation, Xbox, and
then-
PC. Although you cannot play it on Steam, you have to get it through the
Uplay.
Uplay launcher, which is not terrible, but whatever.
Yeah. And maybe this weekend might be good for us because it's supposed to rain.
Hey,
like,
perfect.
From here till like next
It's
week.
pretty gray out there.
Let's be
It's
honest.
terrible.
It's Seattle in the winter. It's going to rain from now
Till
until
October
next spring.
next year.
I'll take rain because we haven't had a
No,
lot.
yeah, my
even
lawn
this
This is the
winter.
longest stretch of no rain in Seattle, like recorded
See,
history.
it doesn't rain all the time here, just a lot of the time.
And finally, Aftercharge Open Alpha.
Yeah, so this is a
Is
game.
that what's the, okay? Explain to me, just because. Oh, wait. Okay, the game is Open Alpha.
Yeah, so
Okay.
alpha is just before beta.
Right, that's what I thought. I'm learning.
Alphabetically. Aftercharge is a game that Dylan and I both played at PAX. You played it at PAX,
Yeah.
right? And it's a really interesting, like 3v3.
Arena shooter
Huh?
objective.
Yeah, except one of you is a robot and one of you is the people that built the robots, I want to say.
Yeah.
The robots have gone crazy and
They're trying to break their things.
yeah, you're invisible until you shoot. It's really hard to describe, honestly, even after having played it, but it's really, really, really fun. We both had a great time playing it at that PAX, that thing.
ID at Xbox.
Yeah, ID at Xbox, yeah. And it's worth trying out. It's a small indie developer. They could, I'm sure, would absolutely adore it if you would give them a try. It's pretty. It's super unique. I mean, it takes that kind of hero shooter, arena shooter idea and just turns it on its side, and adds a bunch of unique mechanics that you've never played anywhere else. So it's free all weekend. I think it's, again, kind of a Friday to Sunday kind of thing, coming out next year. So it's free the 13th, 14th, and 15th of October. So give it a go. I'm going to try and pop in if I get some time this weekend and try it. I really enjoyed playing it. It has online play as well. So
Cool.
yeah, give it a go.
Nice. I might have to check that out because
Yeah.
it looks kind of cool.
It's really interesting. It's just very different.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard for an indie to break into that scene these days. There's so many good hero arena shooters that, I mean, like I said, Lawbreakers couldn't cut it. So it's a hard market to break into. So give these guys your support. They were super nice too. Super nice guys.
Cool. Well, there's that for your cheap and free games, and that's kind of it for the show.
Troll Corner, HTC.
HTC, just don't buy a phone from them directly. It's just terrible. Just their customers, I can't. Their
I won't,
customers,
I
they're
promise.
Yeah, I won't either.
You stupids. Yeah, they all have the
Welcome to our side.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have the new one.
I'm getting the new one too.
I'm
gonna
getting
have
the
it today.
I'm getting the new one next year.
I could if I wanted.
God, you
Stupid.
guys are awful.
Oh,
Anyway.
that's what it was like watching you two earlier. That was awesome. Anyway, so find us on the social medias. It's at Bite Me Podcast, BYTE Me Podcast, or bitemepodcast.com. Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter,
Discord?
else?
Did we say Discord?
Discord,
Mixer?
yes.
Places?
Everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, and we've got a clan for Destiny too. If you
We do.
want
A ton of people in it too.
yeah,
Like a couple times a week, they're like, "Hey, let this person you don't know in." I'm like, "All right."
right. And I need to get better about playing with people in the clan, just because I always play with Miles and Larry.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I play with. The only thing I would change about Destiny is I wish you could have bigger groups.
Yeah.
Because I hop in I only play twice a week really, and it's Saturday and Sunday mornings, and I play with Colby and Kevin.
Yeah.
and that's it.
And I need to play more with Colby and Kevin because
Yeah.
they're fun and they're better than I am. And
Yeah. Well, and they played the other day with your Kevin, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny. I turned around, I was like, "Oh, hey guys!" And Kevin, of course, didn't repeat my salutation.
Oh,
to him,
how
but
rude.
Whatever. He was very busy blowing
Things
Cabal.
up.
I find the 3 to be a very strange choice.
Yeah.
Like,
I even just wish it was 4, but 5
Yeah.
would be even better.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you got to think at some point,
The
like
environments
some
are
of those
too small.
environments are too small.
I agree.
But I
They
think
would have had to
4
plan for that. I think 4 would
would
work.
be perfect.
But in
I
some
agree.
cases, they're so big, so it's like,
right? Ah,
Yeah.
Anyway,
I just even wish maybe you could, I don't know, like a bunch of you could go in, and even if you could only be 3 or 4 people in a group, you could have a bunch of people in the game and like swap. Oh, hey, I'm going to go do this now. And, you know, out in the open, I guess that's the thing is, yeah, maybe for missions or for strikes. But when you're out in the open world, why couldn't your group be 10?
Yeah,
you know, we're just going to, you know, 5 or 6 or 10 of us are all going to go do, you know, public events for 10 hours. Probably not. That's real long.
Well, I mean, I know
Maybe,
people who do.
maybe an hour or 2. Why couldn't you have a group of 10? You know, there's
Well, I mean, the
absolutely no
reality
reason
is you can create a place you can create a party to all be in and chat.
But But you can't all show up at the same place. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, can you be on the same world though? Like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Only if you're in the same strike team.
So I know Miles saw his brother running around while.
Oh, I'm
he
saying
and
it's
I were.
totally possible for you to see someone else.
Oh yeah.
But there's no way to say, hey, the 6 of us are all going to go do.
this planet.
Yeah, we're all going to go to IO and we're all going to do public events together. And
not in the same fire team, but you could theoretically all coordinate to go to.
But
the
would
same
you show up
place.
on the same server? I mean, I don't think there's any guarantee.
Oh
you would.
yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, that's like why not be able to do that?
Like I
Yeah.
Like,
understand
it'd be
why.
so easy to just. Put
I
it all
understand
on
why
the same-
strikes are limited to 3 or why, you know,
Blah, 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 blah.
whatever. But it seems like there's a lot of places where, and I mean, that's all I've done for 2 weeks is run around doing public events. So, you know, whatever.
Well, anyway, fix it.
Anyway,
Me?
No, Bungie,
Okay.
fix it because that's obviously a broken mechanic.
No, I mean it's okay.
Not really.
That's
just how
it's
games
just a
go.
wish. Like
Yeah.
you know, I get it.
We'll ask We'll ask Santa for it.
Perfect.
Anyway,
Santa.
on the Mixer, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Bye bye now, and follow us on all the other places, and we'll be back again next week.
bite me,
What?
bite me,
Can you say it louder for the people in the back?
bite me.
Okay.